Hey guys, and welcome back to my Montferrat campaign, where I've got a unique goal of completing their event chain and actually in the end forming the Basilia on Romania. So far so good. It was to see it's 14-4, we do not expand much, is because it's a truly challenging nation. We got forced ourselves to be Greek and Orthodox in the middle of Italy. That is accompanied by a unique country from Byzantine influence that at the beginning was giving me negative events full of this, but it's all linked to amount of the population that you have that is Greek and Orthodox. You see that now that I have over 50% of the Greeks, its 6% assimilation rate is gonna keep increasing, I think, up to 50%. Also more prestige and deeper rep. And same for the pop conversion speed. It was minus 50%, it's plus 30 because we've got plenty of Orthodox guys. And I will continue slow expansion. First of all in Italy to establish a strong nation over here. But then we definitely want to go to Greece. We want to go to Constantinople to form Byzantium. Me and my wife just recently started a little business project called Strategy Maps. In Strategy Maps, we sell mostly maps in a very high quality, without frame, with a frame. We already printed for you almost 100 maps and it's still counting. Do make sure to check our website because there's over 180 maps that you can choose from. And with a code ULM, you can get additional 10% off. And you can print your EU4 or EU5 campaigns. This is my Mehmet's ambition from EU4 that I'm about to get on my wall next to EU5 campaign, 1337 and 1444 maps. I think these guys are still my ally and they will gonna be my ally for a while because they have 4,000 of a standing army and I definitely want to use them to beat Milan that has about the same of standing army, much less levies than they do have, so we do also have ourselves to scale to be able to beat the Milanese. For the next 20 years we've got great CBs on Provence, Milan, Mondovi, as well as Pavia that will allow us to establish that stronghold. It's actually a new achievement that they are adding in the next patch where you have to switch your sides in the Guelphs versus Ghibellines at least once and win. And that's actually what Milan is offering us to do, but I'll do that just a bit later. I honestly think this is gonna be a great campaign that is, slow trolling and scaling. 1406, most of our campaigns we were already around 1,000 of base stacks. Here we have 45 because of the situation that we started with. Because even if we start as Montferrat and just expand in Italy, this would be a few hundred already, but I was holding my expansion, I was focusing so many of our resources on becoming Greek and Orthodox. At least since we are a small and cute nation, we've got 74 of average control, which gives us all of these modifiers, including 12% crownland, and more importantly 12% of research progress. That is at the level of 1.83. Remember, in this patch they added a bunch of new estate actions where, for example, every 10 years you can take a decent amount of money from your burghers. Obviously my burghers are not that rich yet, but that's already 80 ducats for 10% of the estate satisfaction, so this is still around equilibrium. And we've got additional money that I'll be investing into getting men-at-arms. We need just 100 ducats more, which is gonna be good enough to beat Pavia. I can actually request Genoa, why they are still my ally, to give me market access preference, which gives me 20% market attraction. Yes, actually, please. I'm earning close to nothing from trade. That's why once we beat Pavia and Milan, the next target has to be Genoa, so I take over their market and start earning money from trade. That war with Pavia does not only give me Pavia provinces, but also Saluzzo was a difference. It's a quite significant difference in AE, but I think it should still be absolutely no one joining the coalition. And look how thick the Montferrat is right now. We need to scale to beat Milan. And why is Navarre beating Castile? By the way, look at this Timoritz. Kiev is expanding. I was in the previous video saying that Lithuania is doing surprisingly good. Well, maybe not anymore. Ottomans are doing really good, even though they don't have Constantinople, and England is doing good. And Pavia is actually our first city, and it's right now called Tikinos. Look, that entire of Italy is the Guelphs right now. This is increasing 0.10, we are increasing 0.04. I think it's time to join the Guelphs. What I think they fucked up with this situation, this patch, because I played an MP game with a few of my friends, mostly in Italy, is that this situation, I'm pretty sure, ends at the end of this age. So if you don't hit 100%, the situation is just wasted. Even if you're doing well, just like the Guelphs here, and especially when there's more fight for the point, it's more close. Looks like Genoa attacked Aragon. And it's because it actually lost the war with Castile in the end. I'm gonna accept it, but I don't plan to do shit in this war. Oh, there is finally some law voting in the Patriarchate of Tarnovo. We can choose between negative max literacy but production efficiency, or why is it showing 0? It should be some positive population growth. Well, let's go for the production efficiency. It's one of the strongest modifiers currently in the game. Just what's unfortunate is the region that we are in, Italy, is mostly food. We've got rice, legumes, wheat, fruit, more wheat, livestock, beeswax, fruit. It's literally only food that we have in the country, plus wine, which is kind of food as well. We do really need to expand either into Milan, but more importantly, into Genoa. For that war with Milan, we have to declare before the Casus Belli ends. I got Florence and Genoa alliances. Florence will help me, Genoa not so much. That's definitely a problem. So we might actually think about ending that alliance with Genoa and finding someone that would help me with Milan. Let's actually go into that. So Austria is the rival. This is a good potential ally. We'll definitely need for that war more than one fort. So I'm gonna aim on building it in our capital as well. Milan, to make it worse, was voted the Holy Roman Emperor, and they demand unlawful territory from me. What makes it even funnier is that they are in the Ghibellines. You know what's the worst in case of the war? I have absolutely no money to be borrowed from these states. They have nothing. I honestly don't accept the Lombard culture because I'll be conquering so much of it. I have the culture's capacity actually to also accept Piedmontese, but this one I want to assimilate for that guarantee form bonus. For the next parliament, I have to go and take whatever gives me the most of the approval, and we'll go and ask for the larger levies to prepare ourselves for that war with Milan. I filled all the advances I had planned. It's time to start taking something new. Mercenaries might be of use for that war. Heavy cavalryment, and at one point should be of use as well. Recruitment law, army bonuses. With more levies, can we ally Austria? How far away we are? We are +1 regions. So the next month tick can go ahead and ally them. I will be far away over the relations limit. Now I can call both Austria and Florence into my war with Milan. But before I declare, I definitely want to build that castle in the capital, and I want to increase control on the recently core locations to have more of the levies. Another voting, the last one we've lost, and this one we could get some legitimacy, but I think Deepler Rep is gonna be of the most use for the expansion in here. And I can... Let's see if people vote for the same thing we are voting for, because it seems like this might happen this time. Before I declare on Milan, I actually might want to switch our faction. Because if us being a Guelph, we attack Ghibellines, they're gonna start calling like the other Ghibellines even without alliance, like Naples. We don't want to fight Naples. Can I just leave? This might be a problem. Let's go and try attacking these guys. We are also gonna go take some debt. Guys, I called you and why are you showing here? And I will use that debt to recruit some mercenaries. Can take 1,000 for 194 ducats. Guess that's the best we can do. So now that I'm not part of the Guilds of the Ghibellines, you see actually Verona joined, but Naples did not. So the numbers are quite even. I actually even killed some of them in the battle, but I've lost the battle, so that's not good, especially that they just pretend the forts don't exist. One battle when I've lost half my levies is already 5 for exhaustion. Looks like my area is getting attacked. Ah, they changed their mind. Yeah, come attack us. Come attack us. This is a mountain battle. Should crush them. Should absolutely crush them. Shouldn't we? Come on. The reinforcements were late. So we technically have more troops now, but my own army is lost. They attacked Milan allies again on -3. It's got goddamn -3. Topography and vegetation. They outnumber us 2-1. But also the losses are 2-1. Question is, who is gonna lose their lines first? 800 people here, 1,000 here, 1,600 here. So I think it's gonna be, unfortunately, us running out of the troops to fight first. Yeah, that's the case. That's the case, unfortunately. My war exhaustion is 10 after just 2 battles. They have less armies though, so all hope in Austria. Now that I got Austria that attached to me, we gotta go and win some battles. But AI is not stupid. They just run away, they don't siege us down anymore. Look, my war participation is half in that war, even though I'm the smallest. Okay, let's see. How about we first kill this guy sieging us down? Good starter. Now we kill the guys that try attacking us. Good starter to regain some war score from lost battles. And now we go and kill this Milanese army. Why is Florence not helping? Like, lack of Florence might be really decisive in this battle, because we are fighting purely standing army here. The losses don't look that good. These guys don't stay AFK, reinforce it ASAP. And the losses are getting more even. Well, we are winning in the losses actually. So imagine if this guy's reinforced. But now they are down to 5,000. We have 27,000. Let's go and get the war goal. Oh guys, we do not expand enough by 1422. All of these nations are getting a CB on us to cut down us in size. But I'm thinking it's great, we are about to win. I'm getting attacked by Genoa, and the worst part is both of my allies rejected to help me. Let's see if we can piece out that war without losing stuff. How about, I don't know, we get stuff like humiliation, reparations, and Luca. Yeah, we'll have to figure this out, but it's gonna be a tough one. So Genoa is part of the Guelphs. So technically, if we join the Ghibellines, you should be of help. We have an option to invite them into that war to protect us, or maybe they joined by themselves. By the way, I didn't check the Imperial Circles. Did they happen? I think they did. They're still being formed. Because there are some circles, but why don't I see them in the map? Because according to this, we are in the Piedmont circle. That is 123 volts. But that UI needs improvement. Let's see, Mr. Astoy, do you have something for me for this war? They don't have any army. Could request some more levies. Let's see if that helps. I really do need help from the estates now, like all hands on the board. You have absolutely nothing for me. I have to piece out Milan now. How about we take this and this? We take full money. Unfortunately, not all of this money will go to us. Is it even indicated anywhere how much? But we have good participation, don't we? 26%. Let's take the war reparations. And I'm so done. You see, that gets us up to 300 of money. This guys will improve over time. How to make it harder. Savoy declared on us, and they called in Maragon. This is becoming a bit impossible to defend. But while I try my best, you guys integrate. You guys go on fix war exhaustion. You know, it's not that tragic. I have 6,000 troops. These guys have 9,000. I just have to somehow catch them to attack me on the mountains. While in the Savoy War, I have to catch stacks like this. Like 1,000. Without protection. I just don't know why Genoa has 23% war score from occupations. If the only location that they occupied is this. It's not even mine. Okay, this stage is at 0. Can I offer you anything? They want my all of my country. Can I give you humiliation and force into GG, easy. Now, interestingly, we can win this war, even though they have so many more armies, but they don't have the standing armies. So let's try winning this war to get some money, maybe even a location or two. Now we just gotta win battles by killing small stacks in Savoy. Questions, can I also piece them out for humiliation? Well, and I can't give these guys money because I don't have it. Reparations might be also a bit too much. 41 ducats. Do we go YOLO and why fight these guys? I think we go. Because we have mercs, we have a standing army, they have just levies. Let's see. This is a big risk that I'm taking. Yeah, I'm losing that battle. Let's go give them what they wanted. So, humiliation. Oh, actually, oh no, don't transfer a subject. Breaking a royal marriage. And 40 ducats. I think, guys, this is the hardest campaign that they had in EU5 so far. Remember, I had in the previous session a bankruptcy. Now I've been being attacked by everyone. But we survived. We have to just find new allies. What I need now is a good parliament. With a good outcome. So how about we go and request some additional taxes. Now, no matter the opinion, go tax everyone as much as possible. Or maybe not this guys. Let's get this guy on 40%. At least I can try forming defensively with Verona. That's the best I can do, as no one wants to ally us. That's the funniest part. It seems like I'm bankrupting and everything, right? I'm repaying the bond, and I'm out of debt, because I could not take any loans from my goddamn estates. You know, guys, this reform is pretty much forcing you to play tall. Because even if you accept cultures, it doesn't count. It has to be your culture, and it has to be your religion. It might be a bit of YOLO, but I think I can beat Savoy to get Turin, which is actually gonna get me lifted in the grid power slam, because now Aria's ownership is mattering. And you would have enough of lands in Piedmont, I think, to get some of the points. So let's get this CB from in here. Maybe I could even get this to the right amount. No, oh, tax exemption. I'm actually not taxing these guys anyway. So let's save a bit of more of money. So I build another stack of men-at-arms and then attack them. Okay, Mr. Savoy. It might be risky what I'm doing here, but I like taking risks. And I think this 4,000 standing army plus my levies should be more than enough to beat them. Let's see, there's 8,000 just next by, so if we start the war of killing this 10,000, even not 8,000. Hey guys, you go right first. Yeah, we should have a good head start, but I didn't kill that many of them. And this is what I'm talking about. The age is happening next year. And we've got 98.67. We'll be just 1% off from getting this situation finished on our behalf. Anyway, in that war I want Turin, but also this location because it's iron. And I will want full money for sure, and I'll definitely want war reparations. I'm gonna patiently wait for that. There it is, as usual. Unnecessary micro required to increase our deeper reputation. So that's less of antagonism. So we don't have big of coalition, but you see that Montferrat is growing. And we still lacking a bit more of provinces in Piedmont. Yep. Stale conflict. One side was dominating the whole time. We got 99%. That's unfortunate. So in Age of Discovery, we'll go for admin focus, which is standard. There's some pop conversion speed and pop assimilation speed. That's all we need to know. Since a standing army is increasing the control of location, I'm already keeping mine in the gold province. As you see, it gives additional 5-6%. They get it court already. That's ahead of time. That's great. Oh, and since we are out of HRE and no longer Margrave 8, it's got a free guarantee for to be used. I like this one, because we have so much towards land. We've got Burgos Growth, monthly development in urban locations, and 0.2 progress towards land. That sounds like a no-brainer for us. How's our the land's social value now? I could push more now, probably, yeah? If I had a free cabinet member, which I don't. Oh, and after all, we are getting the points for Piedmont. So we agree power number 32. And since we've got the gold mine in the north, it's time for scaling. Worst part about Stalemnet is that people that were in the HRE faction, they're still in the HRE. So that's making it pretty much impossible for me to expand anywhere except Genoa. So which is actually not that bad news, because we go to Genoa and then we go after Byzantium. We also have hegemons. Economic ones is Goryeo. Military Mamluks. Naval Ottomans. Diplo Wu. And cultural Yuan. That might be interesting things happening in Asia. Oh, and that's an early Great Britain that got fort. We are scaling like crazy. Look, it's 220 of the base tax. It's two locations that are driving this the most. It's the gold, the north. I'm pushing the RGO. I got a byleth in here, so the control is high, and also the base tax is high. And then I've got a dice location here. It's not full core yet, but still a decent amount of control and decent amount of the base tax. I also built up my standing army to 4 of heavy infantry, 4 of heavy cavalry, and I am ready to fight with Genoa. That actually just took a bunch of locations from Aragon. The worst part is that I allied to Austrian Naples. Austria I'm not that worried about. Naples is very worrying. I think I'm gonna take a risk, but before I do that I'll need additional fort in here. I can anyway just go do this. Anything that gives me good support. And I'll use that to ask for the larger levies. I think in the latest patch they extended the duration of the CBs. So I got the Cleansed the Heresy. I created it with my spy network. It's not for 5 years like it was before, I'm having it for the 25 years. Also unlocked the meritocracy, so before I start getting the Age of Discovery institutions, which is soon, let me focus on this part of the tree first, because it's actually quite useful, you know, tax efficiency, cabinet efficiency, selling efficiency, estate enrichment being decreased, more power projection. I pretty much need everything. Also about the estates, they are finally making money as I'm getting richer, so there's 3,000 debt that I'll be able to take. And since I don't have much more manpower, I will not be building more of standing army. I'll now save money, to first of all get a fort, but I'll be also getting at least 3,000 mercenaries for this war. Oh, and the Italian wars just started. Oh, we've got our own league. Third Italian league. That's good. Milan has its own, Naples its own. There's HRE league, there's French league, there's Castilian league. And we can invite a lot of guys into that league. Good, let's start doing that. And they changed the situation in the game. You see right now the UI is new. This is the most new, so there is like a level of tension, and the more tension there is, and the more mechanics are unlocked, and the more likely the other leaders of the leagues will be attacking you. So I'm more than likely to have wars with France soon. There's actually a second league that is led by the Pope. There's not so many in our league. And for 125 ducats I can get additional siege ability and potential innovativeness or research progress. See, France is already attacking Savoy. I'm fucking next. Can I ally you, France? This is the only thing that I'm... Actually, that might be possible. We need alliance with them. Let's do this, guys. I'm gonna recruit a big mercenary army. 4,500. 5,000. Then we have another 5,000 of our own army. And then, let me actually go and turn this off. And then we'll also have another 12,000 of levies. I will regret that war. This is not the perfect war goal because it costs a lot to take locations with it. This is the best we can take. And I actually will gather all levies, but they'll not be sitting, they'll be just standing next by as a reinforcement troops. Or maybe they're just gonna car position everything around the fort because it's not blocking me. This is what I'm talking about. I already got declared by Milan. But Milan, I don't think you're that... They called in Naples or... No. Milan did not call in Naples. It's just Milan. Well, I guess Milan is gonna pay for this war. And they're doing a big mistake of sieging me down with purely levies. Like, what the hell is this? And I think they were worth some because they see this 15,000, 14,000 going back home. And that's why I went to the fort Zlewikk, to be protected from each side. I'm also building a fort here for France. I'll need a fort in here. It's also very rich location because it's iron, but I don't have the force limit yet. Honestly, I could just peace out Milan to dissolve our league because this is only gonna bring issues to us. I don't care about this situation. I would give awesome bonuses if you are leader of the league and you win. But that's not the goal of this campaign. Remember, I take Genoa and we're going to form Byzantium. So I think I'm gonna take it. Yeah. Now at least I know that France will not attack me as the league leader. And let me go and join. Yeah, I'll be able to join that Milan league. So we make it win, or maybe we join the Naples league. Full annexation is actually not even that much. It's not full annexation, but taking all of the core land is not even that much of antagonism. It just costs a lot of war score. But I have the ticking war score, and they are the ones trying to land. I can even oh, not this one. This because it helps with the enthusiasm to have more troops. There it is. Look at this beautiful peace deal. It's not even that much of antagonism because they are not in the Holy Roman Empire. Very nice. Now we gotta get ourselves in here. What? What is this hack box? So if you're wondering why the Ottomans are not killing Byzantium, well, the Byzantines are allied to Pope, Hungary, and Poland. And Halic. Now that I took over the market, we're starting to earn some money from trade, but it's also time to start investing money into that. And we need two types of the buildings. Obviously, the main one will be the marketplaces. Warehouse probably is going to be also useful, and so is the trade office. Trade office will be obviously more external. And then we'll also need overseas trading posts. Spamming all that should get us probably from 8 to 30 at least. Now let's start with the marketplaces. So, France anyway declared on us. I am thriving with money, that's fine. Also, so is our base tax. And now Zlewikk is joining. So it's Italy versus France war. Let's see what we can do. What is the war goal and why are we losing already? Logistica Messe. Okay, this is the war goal. They don't hold it. Why are you losing already? And I think that's the moment to get the fort that they wanted. How it looks on the amount of the troops. They have still more than all of us. And how about the standing army? 13,000. We have more standing army for sure. I mean, he has subjects with standing armies. So it's probably even on the standing army. They definitely have more levies. And they're trying to siege the location where we'll be having the fort. And it's actually not even being built because winter is coming. But I should, yeah, I wanted to say annihilate them, but the amount of the losses was similar. This is also not bad, because they're sieging it on very low morale here. I can't even get there. Winter. Well, I guess it's time to get pike and shot to be on the front line of the Italian wars. On this HB, by the way, we have the core culture, with culture tradition, we have the Stratioti levies. We don't even have light cavalry, so I guess it might be time to build some of it. But yeah, anyway, in that part, let's go and get training fields, military tactics, and then the lancers, the bardiers, and new artillery. So far so good, they've lost more troops, but they still have more troops than us. They're falling back home because there's just so many of them. We have to just purely defend the war goal. Milan, in the meantime, is just constantly losing the war score. What I hate about being in the Western Italy with this situation, AIs will just constantly attack you. Now I got attacked by Castile. Why at war with France? Like, it's totally not in your favor, Castile, that I'm fighting France. And this is 15,000 of standing army and nobody's helping us. I'm fucking alone. At least Ferguson should be helping us because this is a goddamn mountain fort. Let's see if they're gonna crash us on -3. Likely, because I don't have that many of standing army. The losses are almost 3-1. And we are winning, but doesn't look good overall. This is literally the hardest EU5 campaign I ever had. Not only, you know, the demanding beginning, bankruptcy, near second bankruptcy, and now the Italian wars, where I'm the target of all of them. And here, the moment I started going to Ferguson to win easily the battle, I had this 15,000 attached to me. They detached a moment before I was movement locked, so I couldn't move away. Of course, losses are okay, but we're not gonna win with this numbers difference. These allies are useless. We have to go, we have to issue bonds, and we have to spend these bonds on goddamn mercenaries. At least France is forced to... No! They'll be forced soon to white peace. God damn you. Now France came almost purely standing army. Not so sure we can win it. We have to keep trying. Let's see. I think it's gonna be good for us. Or maybe the UI was lying because I see so many levies fighting here. Because they're getting destroyed. That wasn't a standing army for sure. Well, I will need to ask the parliament for a bit of help here. Militarized nation. I think that's gonna be of help. Also, burghers, do you finally have any money? Yes, please. France is actually down to 20k troops. They're re-increasing it with the mercs. We might think about going and sieging them now again. Again, same troll. 4,000 standing army. Attached to us. I go into the battle. They stay in place and do fucking nothing. Imagine I'm winning it, but how much more of a win it would be if this guy's joined. Pope coming with 24,000 mercenaries. It's typical Pope. I'll stay here until this fort is finished. 24,000 mercenaries. Fucking Pope. You're supposed to kill the Italians, not fight them. Castile, would you mind taking this humiliation from me? And a few ducats. Let's just double check we can take that money from the States before I peace out. You know how it can be with these pieces. Okay, now just done to France. Which I really want to peace out for some lands, but they're rebuilding the armies with more mercs, so just cut them, France. I think the biggest difference is how much manpower they have. But they don't have any more. But still, I'm about to lose the war goal. And I've got bazillion of... I have to pay... That's gonna be an experience for the next 100 years. I was really hoping to ally France to avoid this from happening. But you guys, I think this is where we're gonna finish. This was already at 330. But yeah, it's gonna be tricky. Byzantine Hikebox. Me being on the front line of the Italian wars sounds like fun. For the part 3 of this campaign, so you want to see continuation of the hardest campaign I've ever had in EU5, make sure to subscribe to the channel and do check strategymaps.co, which is our quality map store. Got over 180 maps, and the discount code ULM you can get additional 10% off. Bye.